Okay, what's today's topic? Today's topic is making your own C-clamps. Say you got some old bar clamps laying around, or you come across some really cheap ones at a garage sale. And that's what I did, and they were like $1 each because they were kind of junk. The guy knew it, and they're not really good for a whole lot. So I picked them up inexpensively, and I made some other tools out of them. And I'm going to show you a picture of one similar to the ones I made. I pulled them off of the web, but they're similar. Let me throw up the pictures. This is your quick tip of the day. Here we go. Let's take a look at the one up on the left. Okay, I came across similar bar clamps. They were all messed up. These are cheap, inexpensive, and I got them at a garage sale. They were next to nothing, but you can buy them anywhere. And you can cut them, and you can put them on a piece of steel. It could be just 1 inch by 1/8, whatever you come across. It doesn't matter. It could be angle iron. It could be anything, and you can make a base. Now you can drill holes in them like this guy did so he can fasten them to the table. Just drop a bolt through them just to hold them in place. You don't even have to use the nut. You could do a variety of things with these. Okay, if you have that, I could put a big wide fat plate on the bottom, and you can use them like a third hand for welding, and it will hold things down. It'll hold them snug. You can lay them down, you can stand them up, you can weld different brackets on these to make different positions. That's the point. Let's take a look at the one over here on the far right. Okay, this is one where the guy actually welded it to a welding table, and he uses it to anchor down steel and hold it real firmly while he welds. That's a good idea. Now, I don't do that. I don't have anything permanently affixed to my welding table, but he could be doing production work or something, and this was what works for him, and it's a good idea. So this is an old C-clamp. He just, I guess it was broke or whatever, and he cut the bottom, and this is how he made this C-clamping device here. It's a good idea. Let's move on to some other pictures, and let's see what else. Okay, these are the last two I wanted to show you. It's just like I said, it's a quick tip video. Let's take a look at the one on the left. This is just made out of square steel. You can pick this up anywhere. Big box, but it's going to be expensive. So go to your supplier, your steel supplier locally. Look in the cutoff bin. You can find enough to put something like this together yourself. He used one of those old bar clamps and cut it off way up near the head of it. And then he just used a little piece of flat, cold rolled steel, probably 1 inch wide, thereabouts. Welded it on one side, welded that clamp on the other, and he has this huge C-clamp. So this thing can make a far reach if you really need to weld something on a welding table, but you can't get to it. So you could make something like this. It would slide over, anchor it down, and you're good. That's a very clever idea. I keep that in the back of my mind in case I ever run into a need for it. Now let's look at the one over here on the right. This is made out of a horseshoe. You can get these off of eBay. They run about $1 a piece, something like that. I made a whole bunch of these, and I sold them to a friend inexpensively. He just needed them for a project, and it was very easy for me to make. So just take a look. You just need to go down to the hardware store. You get a nut and a bolt the size that you want. Now, you can turn around and use that flat 1 inch, steel I was telling you about. You can actually weld them on. I mean, or plug weld it or however you want to do it to make the, the bases on the clamp that you see up here in the picture. Now, up on top, you'll see he used a 1/4 inch rod, and he drilled and ran it through a bolt. You can do that. What I did is I laid the 1/4 inch rod on top of that bolt. Okay, because I welded the top of the bolt, and then I welded the 1 inch rod across the top of it. So I didn't go through, the trouble of drilling it. His is a little bit fancier than the one that I made, but they're both functional and they work real good. These are real good C-clamps so that you can just make these just for the fun of it, or you could sell them, I suppose, but it's a fun, easy project to make. You just got to get out there and do it. Look at some of these, think about them, see if any of them will help you. If they will, you can, use the video, copy the design or whatever you want to do, sketch it out on paper, but you get out there and do it. Okay, Home Handyman, that's your quick tip for the day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.